Today is November 3rd, 2017. This is Small Talk.
Fuck both of you guys.
Sorry, Owen. Alright, this is the first episode of Small Talk. I'm Evan.
I'm Owen.
I'm the dirt man out here, boys.
Alright, that's Josh, by the way, for all of you who don't know. And our podcast is going to be a little bit different than most other podcasts. Just kidding, we're basic. We're going to talk about certain topics, and I hope y'all enjoy. There's going to be some wacky stuff. There's going to be some funny stuff. There might even be some emotional stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Probably not much emotional stuff. But anyways, starting off.
All right. Well, today we got to start off with some nice news in the media. Only the important news. That's all we care about.
Only important news.
Yeah. So our
Politics
featured
does not count.
our featured article so far today is a new thing that came out only like a week or two ago. Is the Olympics may soon feature pole dancing.
Pole dancing.
Pole dancing. What are your thoughts on that? Right
I mean, is it that much different than table tennis?
there?
I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. No, yes it is. That's wacky as shit.
When you
though.
just like cradle balls in your hand and like throw them everywhere, it's not that different.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
A lot
You know?
of grunting.
I have heard of this though. I saw the video on Fox that was covering this. They chose the most unflexible and uncoordinated pole dancers to like demonstrate this. It was ridiculous.
See, I did not watch that video, so what I'm imagining is just like 13-year-old Chinese girls just like going up and down. No.
Wait.
Yeah,
Are you
in the Olympics?
Are you trying to say that China would send 13-year-old girls to do their sports in the Olympics? That's preposterous.
No. I mean, you're right. Yeah, they would only send 11-year-old girls.
Yeah.
That is true. All right, but the real
13's like way too old for that.
Even though if they get that blood flow, they're too young to ride that pole, man.
Yeah, I guess that is true. All right, but real
Believe
talk.
but true.
How would they grade this? Like,
That's a really good question. I haven't really thought about that.
I'm thinking maybe
how do you
like
judge
a
that?
mix
really?
between like flexibility and like sexual appeal. But then as soon as I get sexual appeal, I just get turned off when I think about, little girls. And by turned off, I mean like rock hard.
Well, that's why we got that.
Oh my god, jeez.
That's why we gotta probably use a gymnastics scale, right? We gotta have that one guy in the back, like saying that was very difficult and stuff like that, or that was not very difficult, and that other woman like, the spins weren't quite good enough, but like it's really sexy.
Firm but
so
fair.
like, yeah.
Firm but fair.
Firm
but
but
fair. Cynical guy.
Also, is this open to guys and girls, or is it just girls?
Right now looks like they might make it for both genders.
Both genders, that's good. Gender equality. And to say gender equality doesn't exist, you can pole dance in the Olympics as a male or a female.
Come on, you know that they'll make it for both genders, but it'll be just like football. Like, oh yeah, it's an equal sport for both guys and girls, but have you ever seen a women's football
That makes
team?
absolutely no sense because there is no equivalent sports league to the NFL in terms of like a girls' football league.
Wait, what are you talking
There's
about?
like that lingerie football league.
Do you watch it? Have you watched the game of it?
If it's on ESPN,
Have you
I'll watch
watched the game of
it.
it?
Yeah, I have.
You have? How many
It
times?
wasn't for the actual football.
And what about you? How many times?
I don't watch.
I've never watched it. You see
No.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Not comparable.
Yeah, but what else we have other than just pole dancing? They might introduce foosball,
Foosball.
dodgeball, and poker. Honestly,
Out of all of those, which would you rather see?
poker.
Okay, well,
I
Josh is a
honestly say
pokerholic.
dodgeball because I just love like people getting up in spandex and just hurling balls at each other.
Dude, I don't know though. Foosball gets pretty hype, when it's like a good game going on and like, everybody's just like spinning the shit out of it. By the way, if you spin, you're a cheater and
Yeah.
a liar
Fuck how you spin.
and a disappointment to your parents. But they're gonna be. Would they allow spinning in foosball?
No. In foosball, there's like certain rules, and you can't spin. You're not.
You
allowed
can't
to,
spin?
Not allowed to do that. Like,
You gotta keep stops.
Damn.
yeah.
So you mean you actually have to have like skill?
Yeah.
That's mental.
You at home, I'm sure you have skill, but if you spin, you are dead to me and your mother.
Alrighty.
if you spin, you can't go to my picnic. That's for sure. And I have the best picnics.
All right. Another news article we also found in the news, very important, is a Florida woman was charged with a DUI on a horse.
On a
On a horse.
She was on a horse. She had a blood alcohol content of like 0.16.
0.16.
0.16.
But to be
Do you know how much jungle juice that is? My God.
That's probably like 1 cup. Don't trust the jungle.
It's like 2. It's like 2. Don't trust the juice.
Yeah, that equals, because she weighed about 160, 170 pounds, it looks like. This is just a
Wow,
rough estimate. And that's like 7 to 10 drinks right there.
In how much time? Like
Couple hours, maybe 2 or 3
couple hours.
That's some intense stuff. Right
Now, I'm just trying to picture how you could tell if she was drunk on it.
Because honestly, when I ride a horse, I always look drunk.
Everybody looks drunk
Yeah.
when they ride a horse.
Yeah.
It's riding a horse. It's
All the
not
time.
easy. You're just like trotting forward, and the horse just kind of goes away, and you're just like, shit, oh my God. And then you're like trying to steer it the other way. Like,
That knee buckling thing when you like stand up and down and up and down, it really just like hits your balls over and over again.
Yeah.
I just don't like horses.
How
so
are
I
they
never
even
ride them.
comfortable? I don't think that's comfortable at all.
I don't think they can get comfortable. I think they just sit on a horse and their balls become flat after a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest, horses are just kind of a waste of space. I mean, they just kind of eat shit and pee, and then they just walk everywhere.
Okay. But to be
If you're a
fair,
horse fan, I'm sorry. That's my
You at
opinion.
home who loves horses, I'm so sorry. They are wonderful creatures, but right now
You can
they're
eat them in
shitty.
Europe for it's legal to eat them in
You
Europe.
can eat a lot of things in
A
Europe.
horse?
But that's not
Yes,
mean
you can eat
should
horse in Europe. You didn't know
actually
that?
do it.
No.
Dude, it's like a delicacy in some of the European
Oh.
countries. I'm not even kidding.
Okay, but is some of this bullshit where it's like, oh, you eat dogs in China?
No, it's just like a legit, like it's treasured, man. This is different.
It's a delicacy.
Eating a dog is one thing. Eating a horse is a completely different thing. Because see,
Wait.
dogs are lovable and cute. Horses are like stupid and worthless. So like,
God.
I would rather eat a horse than I would eat a dog. Like any day. Dogs are amazing. I wouldn't even eat a cat before I would eat a horse before I'd eat a cat. That's like saying
I
something.
want to eat a lovable creature and not like a creature that like.
Horses are not lovable.
No, I want to eat.
Yes,
a
they
dog.
are.
You want to eat a dog?
Yes.
You want to eat a dog? All right.
Horses could be lovable.
It depends how fat the dog would be, I guess. You know what I mean?
What?
Like if you're gonna eat a dog, you can't be eating like a small dog, right? Because that would suck. They would be really chewy. There wouldn't be a lot of fat on it. You'd have to get like a bloodhound. Like let's be
Oh my!
honest.
Like those dogs that grow as big as cows? One of those.
Yeah.
What kind of dogs grow as big
I
as
don't know. I've
cows,
seen.
Josh?
I've literally seen a dog
You
that's
just
in that
fucking
big.
force feed it that chow mix or whatever, and you just cut its head off one.
Oh,
now I know what you guys learn in chemistry. Jesus. But yeah.
Well, I guess next up you got.
All right.
sports.
Well, going off of the Olympics thing, we do have some news in sports recently. This NFL season has been fucking insane. A lot of teams that we fought were gonna be good are shit. Giants. A lot of teams we fought were gonna be shit are really good. Eagles. But
Eagles and the Steelers.
And,
PA's representing right now. I just want to point
and
that
a
out.
lot of teams. That's true. PA's representing.
13-3 combined. If you combine Steelers and Eagles.
14-3, and that's really sad
We're fucking
because the Eagles are just like much better than the Steelers.
I really
right
just
now.
want to see an Eagles
Oh.
Steelers game.
Yeah,
A battle of
Steelers
PAs.
Who my Steelers fans out there? You guys aren't making the Super Bowl. I'm sorry.
Can we just prove once and for all that PA is better than all?
I can name a few teams in the AFC better right now. Oakland, Kansas City.
Are
I'd
you
even
sure?
put fucking Jacksonville ahead of you guys.
Okay,
New
that is
England.
bull. That is bullshit. No.
Jacksonville's on fire right now.
They're the
my man.
Patriots.
They're good, but they're not.
They're a solid
They're 4-3. What the
Yeah.
fuck are you talking about?
Guess who they beat too? 30-9. The Steelers.
Oh yeah.
That's some shit.
Well, that was
They
5 picks.
killed the Steelers.
You throw 5 picks.
They
you
made
can't
Big
win a
Ben
game.
his bitch.
You can't win a game.
They made Big Ben their bitch. They
To be
literally
fair.
penetrated Big Ben's ass. I'm not gonna make a joke. What you think I'm gonna make? I'm not gonna do it. But they penetrated Big Ben's ass so hard when they played them. So Jacksonville is a team to look out for. Their defense is sexy. Their quarterback, not so much. But the rest of their team is awesome.
This is the guy who just said that the Jets are gonna suck ass, and they just won a game just recently.
Yeah.
They're 4-5. They're not that bad. See, everybody thought in this NFL season going into it that some teams were gonna suck, and they're like good. Like, who would have thought New Orleans would be good? They're 5-2 right now.
That's some nice shit right there.
They're 5-2. Like, Who thought they were going to be 5-2? Like, I didn't think they were going to be 5-2.
But shout out to the Texans. Rip for Deshaun Watson.
Rip Deshaun Watson. I'm
Oh.
sorry, Texans fans. You
Oh.
guys just got a
That's
quarterback,
you
and now
hate
he
to
may
see
never play again.
You hate to see that because he's a rookie. He was having a great year. He threw like 19 TDs or something.
16.
All right, now
Let's get the
about
facts straight.
catching and kicking balls. Let's talk about like handling balls.
Is it 19? It is
Yeah,
19. It is 19.
Yeah, can we talk about how the 76ers?
Oh God, stop!
Don't get me started with NBA.
Trust the process,
Oh my God.
please.
Trust the process. My ass.
At
They
least
have a losing record.
No, we're not. We're 4-4.
Oh,
Okay, right
500.
now,
It's a
I
losing
can
record.
I can come out of my closet and start wearing my Eagles jersey.
Yes.
I can be
You
proud
can
of
wear
that.
that.
But I'm still not. I am like that 76ers jersey is staying deep.
What?
Deep.
We're 4.
No.
Are you serious?
76ers are on fire now. I'm not even a 76ers fan, but they're enjoyable to
Yeah.
watch. I mean, like, they're pretty good. They're
I'm
on
not
the
putting it on because they're gonna disappoint me.
Markel Fultz, though, I don't know if y'all know, he has some problems. Or there's something with, like, his shoulder or something like that, and, like, it's just not, it's weird.
Yeah,
Like, it's not normal. Like, this does not usually happen. Like,
That
if
is-
he has an injury, just either sit or play him. Like, just make a decision. I would sit him, personally, because if he's injured, it's not going to be performing well, but, like,
That's the most.
Philly was
basic
playing him for a while.
excuse. I have something wrong with my shoulder.
no, he has a
Okay,
legit
it was
shoulder
some
injury.
serious
It's a
shit.
legit shoulder injury. Come on.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
But you're trashing my Sixers, and they're 4-5.
I'm trashing your Sixers.
They're
I'm
4.
trashing our Sixers.
No, look at they're winning out here. Like, sure, they're close games, but
4-4 is not winning out here.
they've
That's
won 4.
mediocrity.
They just started out 0-3.
500 is mediocrity.
4 wins is practically as many as they got all the other seasons.
All right, you're better than
So-
Cleveland, but I'm just saying right now, Cleveland sucks because apparently all
Oh, yeah,
these
what
new
the fuck?
additions are actual butt cheeks.
No, they just lost.
You know what? Everybody said they were going to be that much better. I kind of figured they were going to be a little bit worse though, because now they don't have as many three-point shooters. They have everybody on their team is injury prone outside of LeBron James, and their coach is LeBron James. And he's also their GM and their owner.
Yeah, pretty much. He really runs the team.
Another team in their division that sucks, my Bulls. We're about the worst team in the NBA right now. Bleacher Report ranked us 30th in the power rankings. For all of you who don't know, there are 30 teams in the NBA.
I know what it feels
We're
like.
a solid 1-5, so the future is looking bright for the #1 draft pick this year. Our team is talentless right now, and just like most of the other NBA teams in the East, there is a lack of talent.
Wow.
Wow.
That-
I'm going to be honest right
that's
now.
all, dude.
East is a little bit shit.
Yeah, but what
Some
happened?
teams are good, like Detroit, Indiana, and Orlando are like actually good, which is surprising. Giannis is nice too on the Bucks, but for the most part, the East is full of a bunch of shit teams. Like, let's be honest, the Hawks are pretty shit too. And I mean, so are a few of the other teams in the East. Like, let's just pull up some records here really quick from the Eastern
We're only
Conference.
8 or 9 games in. That's like 10%.
Yeah, but like you can kind of tell that some of these teams are going to be like complete shit. Like, let's just see right now. Brooklyn. What's Brooklyn's record? Brooklyn's record is 3-5. They are 3-5, so they're not exactly that good. The Knicks are 3-4. They're kind of shit too. But for the most part, it's the beginning of the season, but the talent level is just a lot worse in the East than it is in the West.
All right.
I
Gotcha.
know about that. I know about that, dude. You gotta trust the process, alright?
All right.
It's one team, and they're full of a bunch of injury-prone rookies. So let's stop.
We're just the East. We're just peacocks.
You
Gotta let us
fly. You gotta let us fly. Oh, that's good. All right. So,
Kill me!
What other sports? You got World Series? Tell us about
There's
that.
a UFC card coming out tomorrow for any of you UFC fans out there. No, probably not. All right, yeah, it's not really that popular a sport, but I'm going to talk about it anyways because I like it. UFC 217 is coming out tomorrow. The return of George St. Pierre, the former welterweight champion of the world. He had 9 title defenses in a row when he was active, and then he retired for 4 years and is coming back to face
4 years?
4 years. He retired for 4 years.
Holy shit.
He's coming back now to fight Michael Bisping, who is the middleweight champion of the world. He's held his belt. He's had 1 title defense, won it last year, spectacular fashion. It's going to be a pretty good card. There's also some other pretty good fights on there too. There's T.J. Dillashaw versus Cody Garbrandt for the bantamweight title. There's free title fights on this card. Like, it's pretty stacked.
Yeah.
And there's also the best female fighter in the world, Joanna Jędrzejczyk versus Rose Namajunas in a 115-pound
I
title
thought you were
fight.
going to say Ronda Rousey for a second. And then I'm like, wait.
No, real UFC
What
fans
happened?
know that's not the case. So, no.
If
she's not.
pretend someone were to like place bets on these.
Oh,
who would you favor? Who would you favor?
Let me see the guide. Let me pull up the guide really quick. Then they have bet lines actually. They have
really?
they have you can bet on it.
Oh, I definitely would.
Yeah, let me just pull this up really quick.
I really just love how UFC is just like one of those sports that you can keep coming back to just because, I mean, there's guys out there who are like 40, 35 right now and they're still fighting the UFC.
Yeah.
Which is, I think is fantastic.
Yeah, there's no age limit. I mean, like, it's your choice.
Yeah, it's your choice to get your ass kicked.
Usually when you reach like 40, it gets a little bit tougher, but like people can do it. So I mean, yeah.
Mayweather in boxing did it. So.
Michael Bisping's about like 38, I think, or 39, and GSP's like 36, so they're not exactly young. But the TJ Dillashaw Cody Garbrandt fight, Garbrandt is a minus 175. TJ Dillashaw is a plus 155.
Oh, okay.
So that's a pretty close one. Go down a little bit more. Give me 1 second.
I would probably, I'd go for the underdog there.
There's definitely a lot to say right now on this.
We all know you're gonna go for the.
So that's a big one.
No,
I'm
go
pretty sure
underdog.
Joanna Jędrzejczyk is like a minus 300, so she's a pretty big favorite. She's been really dominant.
What is
And
an underdog?
yeah, what?
Oh, can we talk about what an underdog is? Because when I think of underdog, I just think of two dogs having sex and one of them bothering.
Holy shit.
Someone has not seen sports movies. Jesus Christ.
Underdogs are people, no one expects them to win.
I mean, I know that, but why do we say underdog?
Fuck.
Yeah, fuck. Exactly.
Guess you're right.
Well, because they're the dog that's no. Your analogy worse then.
Oh yeah, it's because they're the team that the other team might just stick their big doggy dick in his ass. So
That's actually what it is.
yeah. And that's the underdog. The underdog is on top, mounting, thrusting, and the other dog is on the bottom, taking it like a good little dog.
Taking it like a bad little dog, you mean?
Ah, a good little dog, because they always like it when that happens,
Yeah.
unless you're like
Bad and naughty. Oh my gosh. I'm just getting that image in my head of that dog. It's just like ridiculous because I'm just thinking of like a small little like a type of dog that you put in your purse.
Oh god. And there's like
by like a giant, massive dog like the size of your waist.
Speaking of underdogs, DC is getting pummeled again by Marvel in the movie theaters because Marvel just came out with a new Thor movie, right, Owen?
Yeah, Thor Ragnarok.
For Ragnarok.
Yeah, so Thor Ragnarok, it's coming out in theaters. Actually, I think it already came out, and it's supposed to be a really fun film. You should take your family, definitely. But here's the thing. There are definitely some times in Marvel movies where I think that the editing, maybe the directing, some of like the special effects are not that great.
That's a bold statement, my friend.
Everyone really just like did it to Marvel, because they've got Captain America, Chris Evans, and like all the girls just trying to rub out one to like his abs.
I'm trying to rub out to the abs. Jesus Christ, who is it? It's...
That scene.
Sorry, I mean,
when he just like turns
come on,
from a
man.
scrawny little boy to like a huge man.
Story
That is the most paused scene in movies. Not other movies where it's some girl just revealing her.
I don't know. Have you not seen 50 Shades of Grey? I mean, there's a lot of pretty paused moments in that.
Or Star Trek. Star Trek.
A lot.
When that one girl who's a scientist and is the daughter of the admiral just like gets into her underwear, a lot of nerds pause there.
there was also a random essence. Have you ever heard of the TV show The League?
No.
Oh damn.
Well,
Care to elaborate?
It's like a fantasy football. It's like people are in a fantasy football league,
That sounds
and they
like
dig
my
around.
show.
It sounds it's funny as fuck. And there was one random episode where you just see a girl's ass. That was a very positive.
episode.
That was a possible moment.
All of those
It was beautiful
pale in
ass.
comparison to the amount of girls that have paused. Whereas Chris Evans shows off his sweet fucking abs. I swear to
Are
God.
you jealous?
Sweet
Are you
fucking
jealous?
abs.
If I had a lady dick, I get a lady boner.
Did you say a lady dick?
A lady?
They definitely don't have dicks, Owen. This is not how anatomy works.
No, but go back to the point. I like DC. I'm a DC fan.
Ooh.
Wow, you are the minority for sure. Jesus
Wow.
Christ.
Okay.
Because no one likes DC.
I think DC's great. I think it's a little dark for like most audiences.
A little dark. Everything's dark.
But some of the screenplay, some of the directing, some of the special effects, they're really good.
It's all, I'm Batman, I'm Superman, let's go kill some
Yeah,
people.
wait. For DC, what about Suicide Squad? Did you watch that?
I did watch.
You mean the
it.
biggest disappointment
Okay.
in cinematic
That
history
was-
in the last, like, 10 years?
When people said that had no plot, I'm like, that's not possible. I waited a couple months and then I finally watched it. I watched it. There was no plot.
What?
There was
What?
nothing.
I've
Nothing was
watched
going
that
on.
one, and I've also watched Spaceballs, and I can
Oh, yes,
safely say
okay.
that Spaceballs has a much better plot and has much better character development than Suicide Squad
Yeah,
did.
'cause
And that's like saying something.
Suicide Squad's like a 50-minute build-up of just people. You
The
get,
beginning
like,
part
the
is just
power-ups.
watching a lady eat steak and
Yeah.
talking about criminals. If I wanted to do that, I could just turn on like NCIS or like a court TV show
Yeah,
or something
Judge
about like the
Judy.
law. Yeah, I could turn on Judge Judy. Like fuck.
Yeah.
Or Food Network, you know.
Oh yeah, there
of
you go.
course.
But then how are they going to talk about criminals
Don't they always?
on Food Network? Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, you know.
It's huge.
Gordon Ramsay, just
Oh.
telling everyone off.
Ever since they got rid of Man vs. Food, I just kind of started tuning out. That was my
Really?
favorite show. I love that show, man. Dude, when he was always eating like 15 pounds of burger in one sitting, I was invested.
There was a
Like,
reason.
I enjoyed it.
There was a reason why that guy, once he left the show stopped, he lost like 20 or 30 pounds.
Oh, he was in like medical, like seriously bad.
That's
medical
probably why they ended
conditions,
the show.
Like by season 3.
Probably had a huge penis though.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
There's big stakes under big rocks.
I just masturbated to the milkshakes that they always brought out.
Oh
for us.
my
I was like,
God.
sorry.
I could really go for it.
I'm a foodaholic.
No, but
Any other good movies out right now, Owen? By any chance?
I think right now
I'm a film
your best
student right
bet
now. I'm in a
really
film
is-
thing, so I kind of have to know these things. So
your best bet really is Thor Ragnarok. I've
Yeah.
heard
That's the best bet?
movie that is out right now. I mean, there's a couple of good ones coming out.
Wait, take a shot on the budget. How much the budget was for this?
The budget of Thor Ragnarok,
Just try and guess it.
I'd say maybe it's a Marvel movie. They probably just like
probably 100 million.
probably spent like some huge
Holy,
ridiculous.
that was pretty
number.
close.
Almost as much money
Hun-
as it cost for me to get this wonderful laptop.
Almost,
It's probably worth $1 million of these.
almost as much money as it takes for me to get laid.
Same. No, I'm just kidding. It was 180 million. That's how much they spent on that.
Jigsaw.
I ain't saying he a gold digger.
I
No.
ain't messing with.
Jigsaw. Jigsaw's coming out, and for anyone who don't know, it's kind of like a tribute to the old Saw films, and
Tribute. Those.
Wow, you mean
The
horrible torture porn?
It's torture porn. Yes, that's exactly what it
okay,
is.
for you at home who love torture porn, this movie is for you.
Wait, guys, there's a
Great
Justice
time,
League movie
jacking
coming out
home,
soon.
Like jacking off at home, yes.
Wank
Justice
one
League-
out.
There's a DC movie.
It's coming out November
soon.
17th.
It looks fantastic. This plotline
It's
is actually
DC
really great.
though.
Okay, but DC is not bad. DC Comics is great.
Besides Batman, name one critically acclaimed movie.
What about Man of Steel? Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah.
Alright,
okay.
you got me.
Alright,
Like,
yeah.
90
yeah.
Damn it.
on everything.
That's actually a good one.
Yeah.
Alright.
Man of Steel wasn't bad. I don't think there was any other DC movies other. Wait, Green Lantern.
Ooh.
I love how even Ryan Reynolds.
What about Batman versus Superman? The train wreck that was.
I didn't even watch that.
That wasn't half bad. I didn't think
It wasn't half bad. They needed another film just to explain the plot holes.
That
They
is
had to like
true.
release like an unedited version of it.
Okay, but to be fair,
Or an uncut
it's
version.
almost a direct adaptation of like.
Yeah, it's the
they
same
put
film.
out-
It's just like, oh, here's all the stuff we cut out because budget. We have to explain everything.
No. I mean, the story that they released in theaters is the same story from comics. They
Yeah.
didn't change anything. It was a lot of just direct.
And that's why it sucked, I guess.
What?
Yeah, I guess
No.
the plot holes they needed.
They're trying to just stay true.
Yeah.
Yeah, for all you movie watchers, there's also Blade Runner 2049.
I heard that
Ooh.
was pretty good.
Serious investment though. Probably around 3 hours.
What?
It's gonna take you a slug to get through it. Probably fall asleep if you're a middle-aged mom, and if you're a kid, you just gotta do some drugs. Actually, just kidding. We don't condone drugs here,
I do.
but bring your popcorn, bring your candy.
Bring your pot.
Bring your pod, corn.
Boil your corn right there. Bring a nice.
Guys, I don't know what you're talking about. None of us do any drugs at all. I mean, like, come on.
And you just go to town. You just go to town on a 3-hour movie. There's also Geostorm. I don't know how that's gonna look. It just looks like, the day after tomorrow. It's kind of.
What about Happy Death Day? I'm seeing it has a pretty good score on Rotten Tomatoes right now. It looks kind of cool.
Yeah. All right.
It says a collegian must relive. I can't read the day of her murder over and over until she figures out who killed her. That is dark. Just kidding. I'm not gonna be watching that.
And of course.
But if you guys want to, I mean, like, if you're into like fucked up horror movies, that's for you.
And then of course you got those Christmas movies coming out like right around this time. Like speaking of that, I went down to like a guard station and was just like trying to sign in somewhere. That doesn't need to be known because no one needs to know what I do on weekends at 5:00 at night, with my pants down. Okay, no one needs to know that. But anyway,
We can all guess.
I hear Christmas music.
Ooh. Oh wait. Already?
Already. It's November 1st.
Oh.
November 3rd, excuse me. We just hit November.
It's
And
question.
I'm already hearing Mariah Carey.
The problem with that.
Bro, I was hearing Mariah Carey in like August.
To be completely
Christmas
honest,
season is July to December.
Christmas season is all year round for a very small selection of people. When I say very small selection of people, I mean everyone and their mothers.
It's like 1 million people.
Because I hear Christmas music all the time. Maybe it's just something about Christmas. That makes
The problem is you got that gap in between like Halloween and Thanksgiving, but there's no such thing.
What's your guys' favorite holiday of the season? Yeah, what's your guys' favorite holiday?
Christmas?
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I'm a Thanksgiving guy. I'm a Thanksgiving.
Really?
Actually, maybe I'd have to say like Labor Day. No, just kidding. No, what does it actually say?
Hey, you get an extra day. You get an extra day. Yeah.
No, I love New
For all of
Year's.
you not watching, there's a window right next to where I'm sitting. I almost jumped out of it after hearing that his favorite holiday was Labor Day.
No, I
It was out of sadness.
Because New Year's is like,
Yours is pretty fun.
it's like, I have a tradition where we jump up to celebrate the New Year's, and how high you jump is how far you're going to make it in the New Year with your New Year's resolution.
Oh, when me and my brothers do, we get sparkling cider, shake it up, and try and chug it while it's squirting all over us.
See, I'm a simple guy. I like football, I like turkey, and I like family, so Thanksgiving's the easy bet for me.
No, yeah, dude, but like last New Year's, I did that with like my older brother or something. He's like 20, and he puked everywhere after drinking it. It was so funny. I don't know. I was laughing. It was hilarious. Also, my favorite holiday movie, probably one of my top 5 movies of my life, is Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Paul Blart Mall.
It's such a good movie.
I'm a Bad Santa kind of guy.
Oh.
Have you guys seen Bad Santa? It's one of
No,
the
I
funniest
haven't.
movies you will ever see. It pretty much depicts a guy who's drunk all the time, who dresses up as Santa, and he has a dwarf as an elf as his
Oh,
companion.
I've definitely seen this before.
It is the
Yeah.
best comedy movie I have seen in like recent years. It's amazing.
Alright,
Totally
Do we
recommend.
want our random tip of the day?
wrapping up this segment, we got a random tip of the day for you college students.
What do you got for us?
When you're writing an essay, and I mean handwriting it, not some computer bullshit.
Whoa.
When you're handwriting
Well,
an
this
essay-
already is
You
irrelevant.
already lost that. You already lost us all.
Well, when you decide to write an essay, or maybe you just keep
Or
a
type.
pad or a notebook next to you while you type.
When you like
Instead of
brain
just
out
sitting
those
there and
bars.
staring at the screen and thinking of new words, I've heard it's actually beneficial to start drawing a spiral because it actually mimics the feeling of writing something down. It gets your brain working. What do you think about that?
Here, I'll try it right now.
What are you thinking of,
Drawing a
Josh?
spiral.
I just really want to draw a dick right now. That's
Oh my
idea.
gosh. No, when you're writing and then you get to a line and you stop writing and you're like, I don't know what to say.
Wait, what?
And you draw a spiral, it's like, oh my gosh, I know what to write next.
I don't know.
I've definitely written several papers and it saved me tons of time. 'Cause I'm
So
just
you do
drawing a
this?
spiral. I do this, yes.
Whoa.
Makes me look insane. Because on my
His
papers-
notebook looks like it's straight out of what's that horror movie, The Ring or something like that.
Something like that.
It's The Ring.
I just
It looks like it's out of The Ring because he's just drawing spiral after spiral
Oh,
it really
everywhere.
just looks. It makes me look like an Asian girl's bangs are like way too long.
Alright.
I didn't think I got that, but okay.
So, what do you? Anyone have any like?
I might try
advice
that. I might actually
on,
try that.
Writing essays.
I don't know. I kind of just like write an essay. When I hit a mental block, I take a little bit of a walk or something like
Play
that.
some poker.
Oh, yeah,
No, Josh, I don't play some poker. I'm
Oh,
not a
man.
fucking gambler.
we have Josh over here. Whenever he actually just hits him like blocking his life, he starts throwing away his money.
Hey, I play poker. It is fun, and I've made money off it so far. You have to admit, that Sunday night, the $66 tournament, and that was pretty fun. But
guys, for you at home who don't know, Josh plays poker online.
Yeah.
And
He's
there
the
was
best
definitely a
poker player
time
I've ever seen in
when
my
I
life.
saw him do some crazy ass move over a guy who basically just got scared the shit out of his pants, out of probably like $13 by Josh.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, but
He looked at him in the eyes, and by in the eyes I mean through the screen, and
So-
he just got up and walked away, and then he just folded.
Yeah. But yeah, that was fun.
Yeah,
All right, anything else?
I
should
think
probably cover it for today. I don't know. Do you guys have anything you guys got to get off your chest?
I got a lot of stuff to get off my chest. You know, like hair. You know, I shave. I'm Asian.
I wish.
My razor
wish I-
couldn't
I
handle
wish I
my
had to
hairiness,
shave
so
that.
that's a no-go for me.
Oh yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday, November 3rd, and this was Small Talk.
Yeah, boy.
Catch y'all next week. All right, Big Shack.